Well, on the roof, there's like a bump. That bump is an air louver.
This is, yes, a vent from inside to get a
Okay.
little bit more air for the driver. I don't know if you can see, it's open.
Yeah.
But I can put my hand, you know, through here.
That's very unusual. One would think that it should be facing front, right? So.
Right, but that's what these are.
Oh.
You have air coming in here. These are little intakes, some vents here, you know, in the corners of the doors, getting air to flow through, you know, in here and get it pulling and go out the rear.
Perfect. They look like little antennas. Can we?
About these cars, you know, that you think about race cars and competition. Porsche had a lot of success with the 906, right? And you see them in that. I don't know if anybody's seen that new movie Ford versus Ferrari, right?
Absolutely.
And, but
yeah.
In a lot of those scenes, there was a lot of 906s, but a lot of success and great now for guys who have them and are able to obtain one. You can drive these in the streets. These can be a street legal road going car here in the United States. So very, very popular. I think personally, moving forward, I think these are still at a price point where there's a lot of room in these cars in the future.
Okay.
Oh, the black Speedster. Yes, this is actually just purchased this car for Cam's father. Yeah, hasn't even seen it yet, but he used to have one with. This goes back to your conversation about mileage. Mr. Ingram used to own a signal yellow 94 Speedster with 30 miles on it, 30, right? And it was the best one I've ever seen. You know, Manhattan Trophy winner, all kinds of awards, but he never drove the car, right? Because it was so perfect. So we placed that with another client a few years ago, and we bought him one with 11,000 miles that he can go drive.
Yeah.
So he's excited. I think it looks really nice in black, versus the white or the red, and the 94 Speedster of the late model Speedsters. It's the only one that's a narrow body, right? It didn't get the wide body.
Oh, right. That's a real rear wheel drive, right? It's not a 4.
No, just rear.
Okay. And
so I think this, there's no stories. It's a 2-owner car, had no paint work, and it's going to clean up nicely.
And that's manual, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That looks really, really nice.
Yeah. Looks good in black.
Yeah. Nice 964s you've got going on there.
I don't know if any of you are get our insights, our emails that are sent out periodically. We do them every couple of weeks. If not, you should get online on our website and sign up for insights. We just sent one out today. I'm doing a silly video of the Porsche Junior, the tractor. So that's a video to look out for.
I'll have to look for it afterwards. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see it.
All right, so we just entered our service department, right? It's not restoration, it's service, right? Different entities. We do some restoration stuff in here periodically, but this is our service department. Some inventory, the 914-6 that we just bought and sold. The 78 Targa, black Targa across the room is a new piece of inventory. That's a 97 C2S, 993 C2S, silver car that's up on the rack. That's the car that's here for service that I think I sold it to him maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It's a great car. This is a 92 RS. It's on our website. Just sold it today, actually.
No, no way.
Yeah, really cool car. You know, we've had it, we've known it for a while. This car has had a repaint, but it was done really well,
Okay.
and you know, there's not a lot of miles on it, but no damaging, and it's just a great car to drive. These are really great 911s to use, and if you're fortunate enough to own one or get behind the wheel, you definitely need to do it.
Can you show us where's the weight reduction there? The handles, for example, door handles.
The weight reduction.
Yep.
No back seats.
No seats, no back seats.
Yeah, so in here, yeah, the door handles, right? I mean, little stuff that I guess all adds up. Also, this car, not a lot of people know that 92 RSs, they also made 77 touring models, right? Which had a sunroof, and it also had air conditioning. So this is you know, they're and the very more expensive, but this is a non-touring, just a normal RS. We actually put air conditioning in this car, I think 2 years ago, right? With all factory components, plumbed it just like any other Carrera 2 or Carrera 4 standard production car, but you know, so this car has AC.
Well, what do you see on the oh, it's the RS badge. I couldn't see the Porsche badge,
Yeah, on the
but it's
steering wheel.
okay.
Yeah, so we have the, you know, no handles, no back seats, of course, right? In the 92 RSs, general, you know, you got a lighter weight flywheel, some mechanical things to lighten up the car, no AC, and there's small cars.
And not all glass windows.
960, yeah, the 964 RS is, to me, about as much fun as you can have in a 911. It's small, it's nimble, the steering is very tight, it's quick, you can throw it around, have some fun, and they're just a lot of fun miles to be had.
Well, and on top of that, it's very collectible.
Another 906. This is chassis 117. So only 7 numbers after the red one in the showroom, right?
Okay. And what are you doing to it?
This car we just bought and sold the end of last year, and we're essentially we're getting it ready for an event that we're doing where we're gonna drive them, right? We're gonna use them, and hell, we might even race them, right? So I mean, this is just typical service, but you know, get a better chance to see up in the wheel wells a little bit, fiberglass. You know, none of them were all, you know, they're all handmade by different people, essentially, right? This one doesn't have the ventilation like the red one did, right? For instance, you know, little things that are slightly different.
Why is that? Do you know?
Because they weren't all made by the same people, right? And of course, you had different parts around, different ideas. You know, this one guy designed it, Ferdinand Piech, but you know, it's not like these things just rolled down an assembly line, right? We're hammered together by machines, right? So there's a lot of human nature to old cars.
And they were testing a lot of tech, probably. They were developing new ideas, testing prototypes.
Right.
That's a simple interior.
Yeah, simple interior. Normally they only have one seat, right? But you can get a chance here to see at least, you know, a portion of the engine, right? Which were special. You know, they take the 6-cylinder and hop it up, but they made it even lighter. It's a magnesium case, right? And obviously fiberglass, you know, to lighten it every way they could. You know, essentially producing about 210, 215 horsepower. So, you know, doesn't seem like a lot in today's standards, but back then, in a car that, you know, is made of plastic, right? A tubular frame, right? All this framework and the chassis and all this stuff, you know, this is all hollow tubing, right? Structurally,
Yeah.
you know, there wasn't, you know, there's not a lot to it.
Where there's someone asking if
This
we
was
can
back
look
when
at the
racing was real racing.
yeah, real hardcore racing. Can
That's
we
right.
look at the front brakes again, please?
Yeah, the brakes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, disc brakes with the caliper and pads that aren't huge.
Yeah. For that time, it must have been huge, but nowadays it looks kind of medium sized, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. So how much does that car weight?
About 2,000 pounds.
Do you know that in kilos? we
I don't, unfortunately.
let me translate that.
Yeah. But really cool cars. We're fortunate enough to have a couple of them here. I only made 55 total for the world. Just really special cars, a part of Porsche racing history.
Awesome. For our
right, and the successor, the 906, we've talked about a couple 906s. Here's a 904, right? So the first plastic fiberglass Porsche. '904s, obviously, also for Porsche. They shared a lot of success on the racetrack when these cars were campaigned. Really hard to find a really good 904. You know, they made 107 cars, but a lot of them were wrecked. A lot of them were wadded up. So to find one with its original chassis and original body, this car has been restored. You know, we're going to go back through it and do some other things to this car. But it's a really nice example. This car actually won the 24-hour race at Raleigh back in the day. And actually was silver. It raced silver with a blue hood. On the hood, it was painted, you know, like halfway up or so. The hood was blue like a tartan hood. And we're going to bring it back to that essentially schematic, you know, and when the car raced. So just a really cool car. 904s are black. I can actually fit the 904. I have a really hard time getting in a 906. So even though this is a smaller car, that just tells you the cockpit of the 906. I mean, you're laying back in the seat. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, that's one hard to get experience.
Right. You know, can give you a little bit of a look of the 4-cam engine.